at the end of the day, content is king. No one wins without good content.
Hey, I'm Jake from PopShorts, and this is your ThinkLA Quick Take. Today I'm sitting with Michelle Kim, Director of Sales for Tremor Video. Michelle, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for chatting with me. Tremor being a leader in connected TV and second screen solutions. How do you define the video landscape today, and how is it evolving?
The evolvement is really defined in the way that consumers have taken control back to how they consume content, right? So video has always been a storytelling medium, but now with connected devices, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Friends Reunion, NBC Peacock, all of those streaming platforms alongside the linear networks getting into the game, it's really going to be a definition of where your audiences are and how are you going to tell your brand story to them in the most effective manner and the most effective medium.
Sure, and so that being where we are today, and you're right, I mean, I personally subscribe to probably 6 different streaming services, right? Where do we go from here?
We really have to see. It's really going to be depending on how much consumers want that control. Are they going to be okay paying for multiple different streaming services that tally up to more than they're capable alone, or are they really going to be going, swing the pendulum the other way to having bundled subscription services, right? People are right now decoupling content and creating their own walls, and so we'll see how consumers respond to that. For example, right now, do you have Disney Plus?
I sure do.
Do you plan on getting HBO Max?
I sure do.
Friends is coming back.
Right.
What about NBC Peacock? What if they have content you can't ignore, you have to watch?
And so my question is this, with every platform now having proprietary content, right? You can only find certain shows on Amazon, you can only find certain shows on Netflix. How does that affect us as consumers? What are our options here?
I think the options are what you want to make of it. Are you going to be tired eventually of having to toggle back and forth?
Yes.
That's why we have, the smart television OEMs getting smarter and smarter about their user interfaces. I was just at CES and did an LG tour of their entire user interface that they want to keep the audiences within their walls. They want to be able to easily toggle back and forth and have the user go to the content they want. So we're going to see a lot of players in that space as well. Devices are going to become agnostic. People are going to want to go to the content. So more adoption of these content players are going to be happening, as well as we'll see how much fatigue there is with consumers wanting to download, 17 different apps or go to XYZ, right? So you'll have your paid subscription, and I'm sure we'll see additional players like Pluto and Zumo who come into the game with free content, and maybe they'll get bought up in 2 years. We don't know, and that's the fun part about the industry, right, is that you just can never predict, and we just have to see where the consumers are across the streaming platforms, linear, whatever device that they want to be, which is why Tremor does a really good job, Tremor amongst others. They do a very good job of understanding where these people are so that the brands can connect with them in a meaningful manner.
You mentioned all these new players, right? More and more people coming into this landscape. What does it mean for the already kind of big dogs in this space when a new player comes in? Is there more pressure? Do they have to adjust? Or do they just stay on strategy and keep doing what they're doing?
I would consider the big players the original linear networks, NBC, HBO, CBS. I have conversations with every single one of them where they're extending their content to a digital platform. That's directly coming from pressures they feel or they have felt from the newcomers into the content space, such as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Quibi, right? These are all new players that are putting pressure on the industry to adopt and change, right? You have networks that are really focused on creating their key consumer, who are focused on making sure that if you're an HBO watcher, that you go and also download and pay for HBO Max, and making it almost impossible for us not to by striking up a deal with the Friends cast for a reunion. Disney Plus, Mandalorian. So you're going to see a lot of trends like that where your known, heavy hitters in the industry are going to be going digital, and they're going to make that consumption very irresistible by having content. At the end of the day, content is king. No one wins without good content.
Thank you for coming to chat with me today. I'm Jake from PopShorts. This is Michelle Kim from Tremor Video, and we'll see you next time.